Welcome to Round Roanoke, your source for what's happening in the Valley. I'm your host, Margret-Hunter Wade. Created to raise awareness of the exciting and diverse art community in Roanoke, the Pop-Up Sunday Art Market takes place the second and fourth Sunday of each month. Here to tell us more about the market is Elliot Broyles with the Roanoke City Market Foundation. Elliot, welcome to the show.
How are you?
So, familiar face, but you're with a new role. So tell us a little bit more about you and the Roanoke City Market Foundation.
Right, so yeah, I've been producing events and helping to create some of the largest festivals in town with sponsor hounds for 9 years now, and the opportunity presented itself to move over to the City Market building, which is just terrific. It's
Excellent.
Really awesome.
So for those that don't know, I mean, I think everybody probably knows what the City Market building is, but may not be familiar with the fact that there's a foundation and kind of what the goals are. So tell us a little bit about that.
So the City Market building is owned by the city. It's a civic space. So we've got a bunch of restaurants downstairs, obviously, some hangout space, some space to do work if you want to stop by in the middle of the day and get away from the office but still do something. We've got the third floor event space, Charter Hall, for conferences, conventions, private events, weddings, pretty much anything you can think of.
Yep.
And some pretty new things that we're going to be working on there. But yeah, the City Market building is right at the center of the city, and I think it should be the heartbeat kind of the community.
Yep, so they've got you in there now, and one of the things that you all are doing is this pop-up art market. So tell us about that.
So every second and fourth Sunday through the year, we bring in up to 25 artists. It's really the best place in town for you to find some of the artists that you may not see at a gallery or a show. Purchase their art, or just come and check it out. I mean, there's things. This past weekend I was there, and we had a guy selling wooden bow ties.
Oh, nice.
They were etched, engraved with faces and designs and things. I've just never seen anything like it. It's really a place where you can find some eclectic art, interesting things that you wouldn't see normally in a gallery, but also pottery and paintings of various different types. It's one of the most amazing groupings of local art that I've seen in Roanoke. Yeah,
and a Sunday afternoon, it's kind of like, what else do you have going on? It's a great time to go downtown. You don't usually think of going downtown on Sunday, probably.
That's
so
right.
I'm assuming restaurants are open in the City Market building, so you can make it a full experience.
It's a great day downtown because there's, obviously down Market Street there's a bunch of different shops and everything, but when you take a break for lunch or any time between 11 and 3, you can pop into the Market building and have food and check out the artists, talk to them. They're all there. There's some performing live art.
Nice.
We've added a few things to that recently. If you're making a day of it and you're downtown, we're trying to have chair massages on site for people who may be walking around for long periods of time downtown. So you can come to the Market building, have lunch, check out art, and relax at the same time.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Who doesn't love it?
Now, what about for artists that would like to see about participating? How do they get involved?
We would love to have new artists. So there's a rotation kind of that happens. So you may not see the same thing every time we have the event. But new artists are welcome all the time. It's $15 for a space, which is insanely cheap for you to be able to display art for hundreds of people that walk into the Market building on Sundays. And that gets you a table and the space to display and all that stuff.
And the City Market doesn't take any of their, so they pay $15.
No,
and
it's $15 and whatever you sell, you sell. Yeah, so we don't want to get into whole percentages and all that stuff.
Yep.
This is
goodwill.
Kind of a community service.
Absolutely, that's great. So you kind of teased some other stuff. What can we expect coming out of the Market building besides the great standards, good food, event space? What should we be looking out for?
Yeah, so as we just discussed, this is a new position for me, and I kind of want to come in with fresh eyes and think of different uses for the space. I'd really love for the Market building to be an incubator for brand new events, nonprofit events that are happening in town. There are a lot of different things that happen at bars and restaurants around town that are nonprofit, but there are opportunities at the Market building, things like alcohol beverage for nonprofits to sell, opportunity to hang banners and things that make Charter Hall the perfect space to start a small nonprofit event involving music or performance art or anything. I just want nonprofits to know that we're there,
right.
and to think of us when they think about starting an event like that.
Yeah, and that's so in keeping with the theme of being kind of for the community.
Absolutely.
Because then you're giving them a
That's right.
leg up or whatever.
And there's so many, I don't think people think this, that you may know about the restaurants downstairs and you may know about Charter Hall and the large events that can happen up there, but we've got mezzanines on the second floor, which are perfect for small scale events.
Yep.
Every Wednesday we have Old Time Jam, and there's paint night that happens on some of those mezzanines. So they're perfect size for smaller events. You can start something small down there and then bring it up to Charter Hall, and when you outgrow our space, move on to Elmwood Park or wherever you want to do it.
Yep, that's outstanding. So folks can get more information about all of this great stuff where?
citymarketbuilding.com.
Okay.
Or you can shoot me an email at elliot@citymarketbuilding.com.
Excellent. Well, Elliot, best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing all this great info.
Thanks for having me on.
You can find out more about the Pop-Up Sunday Art Market and other events happening in the Roanoke Valley on the community calendar coming up at the break. I'm Margret-Hunter Wade, and you're watching Round Roanoke on Cox 9. Thanks for tuning in.